Hi everyone, welcome back to Cruise Blog. This is Haley, and today we're going to be discussing the ins and outs of balcony cabins. Want to book a cruise ship balcony stateroom? Here's what you need to know. Let's get started. Private balconies give passengers a front row seat to soak up the mesmerizing ocean views while on their cruise. Who wouldn't want to wake up to the gentle sound of waves or a new port of call? As such, balcony cabins are among the most popular staterooms of any cruise ship. Cruise lines understand the demand for these cabins and have started constructing new ships with more balcony staterooms than ever before. Some ships even feature interior-facing balconies, so you can enjoy the benefits of having your own outdoor space for less. Considering booking a balcony cabin for your upcoming cruise vacation, here's everything you need to know about cruise ship balcony rooms. First up, the amenities. Balcony cabins usually come equipped with comfortable bedding, a seating area, an ensuite bathroom, and modern amenities like a television, outlets, and a mini fridge. The balcony area features a small table along with seating, typically 2 chairs. While arguably more spacious than inside cabins, balcony staterooms aren't as large as standard hotel rooms. The average square footage generally ranges from about 150 to 250 square feet, including the living area and the balcony itself. Since sizes vary by cruise ship and line, it's smart to check the ship's stateroom dimensions for exact measurements before booking. Certain types of balcony cabins may stray from the traditional cookie-cutter design, offering additional space and unique layouts. Next up, different types of balcony rooms. Traditional balcony cabins are found on the port and starboard sides of the ship. On some older ships, a balcony may have been built into the ship's superstructure, while newer ones feature balconies that extend outward. Regardless of the design, passengers have the opportunity to enjoy unobstructed ocean views and fresh sea air. Enter Royal Caribbean's Oasis and Icon class. When Oasis of the Seas debuted in 2009, it was the first to feature interior-facing balcony rooms. Overlooking the ship's Central Park and boardwalk neighborhoods, these cabins offer passengers a unique way to enjoy private outdoor space for less than a traditional balcony that faces the outside of the ship. It's a concept that Royal Caribbean stuck with when designing Icon of the Seas, where passengers can choose from standard ocean view balconies or one facing in the Central Park or Surfside neighborhoods. MSC Cruises caught wind of the innovative design and followed suit, debuting interior-facing balconies on MSC World Europa. However, if you aren't willing to give up an ocean view, consider booking an obstructed view cabin. While you won't get the full panoramic view of the ocean, obstructed view balcony staterooms provide a private balcony experience for less. These cabins have partial views of the sea that may be blocked by lifeboats or other ship structures, such as support beams or overhangs. Carnival also offers a unique kind of ocean view balcony on some of their newer ships. Dubbed cove balconies, these staterooms are found beneath the lifeboats and offer unobstructed views of the ocean. Since they're located closer to the water, the balconies are built into the ship's superstructure, meaning they are more private than the traditional balconies on higher decks. The most budget-conscious travelers who want an exterior view but want to pinch every penny possible will appreciate Royal Caribbean's virtual balcony staterooms. First launched on Quantum of the Seas, these cabins are standard interior rooms with an 80-inch 4K LED screen that broadcasts a live feed straight to your cabin, brightening an otherwise pitch-black space. Though you cannot step outside, they do let passengers get a glimpse of the exterior conditions from the comfort of their stateroom. For instance, if you're resting for a long excursion and want to know when the ship starts to depart from port, you can easily check to know when you need to head outside for an epic sail-away view. Next up, location. When choosing a balcony cabin, it's essential to consider the location on board. Midship staterooms generally provide a smoother ride, as cabins in the front, forward, and back, aft of the ship tend to feel more of the motion. If you're considering paying extra for a midship cabin, it's always worth thinking about the proximity to key venues. Staterooms in the middle of the ship are the halfway point to venues in the front and the back. This makes them convenient for accessing restaurants, the theater, and more without having to navigate the entire ship. Of course, you only have the luxury of choosing your balcony's stateroom's location if you're choosing a traditional balcony. Those sailing and aft balconies will have a limited selection of cabins to choose from at the back of the ship. Similarly, Central Park balconies are concentrated to the middle of the vessel. The more unique the balcony is, the fewer choices you'll have in terms of location. If you want to have a say in your cabin's location, you'll want to avoid guaranteed fares. In exchange for a cheaper cruise, you won't be able to choose your specific stateroom. Instead, you will be randomly assigned one by the cruise line closer to your departure date. While the idea of a cheaper fare might sound appealing, you risk being assigned a cabin in an unfavorable location. Next up, capacity. Most cruise ship cabins are capable of accommodating 2 passengers. However, between sofa and Pullman beds, some have the capacity for 3, 4, 5, or even 6 guests. Royal Caribbean's ultra-spacious balcony rooms, for example, can accommodate 6 cruisers in one room. With the room for extra guests comes more square footage. These cabins measure around 270 square feet with a balcony over 100 square feet. If booking a stateroom with a larger occupancy isn't available, cruise ships have adjoining cabins, which are a great choice for families traveling together, because they'll allow for privacy while also keeping everyone close together. Plus, who doesn't want 2 bathrooms on a cruise? By booking 2 balcony rooms side by side, you might be able to have more outside space as well. Some cruise ships let passengers open the divider between the cabins when they're booked together. So, why choose a balcony cabin? Access to fresh air. From the Lido deck to the promenade deck, there are plenty of spaces for you to take in fresh ocean air while on board. However, with a balcony cabin, you can open the door and step outside whenever you'd like, even at 2 a.m. in your pajamas if you choose. Additionally, since it's more secluded than the top deck, it's easier to relax and enjoy the tranquility of being at sea. Fresh air is also a great remedy for seasickness. If you start to feel ill, simply walk outside and stare off into the horizon. One of our writers' favorite parts about staying in a balcony cabin is eating breakfast outside. Enjoying breakfast al fresco on the veranda and watching the ocean gently ripple as the ship glides through the water is one of the most unique experiences on a cruise. You are not limited to just breakfast. Room service can be delivered throughout the day, though most lines charge outside the continental breakfast. That said, nothing is stopping you from visiting the buffet and bringing lunch back to your room. The views are perhaps the biggest advantage of booking a balcony cabin on a cruise, especially on a scenic cruise to Alaska or Norway. In fact, some may argue that views are what make those cruises so enjoyable. While watching the seemingly endless ocean in the Caribbean is stunning in its own right, there's something even more special about sipping a cup of coffee while sailing through Alaska's majestic fjords, taking in the sights of towering glaciers. Because cruise cabins are smaller than land-based hotels, every square foot counts. As such, balcony staterooms are a great option for those seeking some of the largest cabins on board. For example, a balcony stateroom on Symphony of the Seas measures around 182 square feet, with an extra 52 square feet outside on the balcony. In comparison, most interior cabins on board come in at around 149 square feet. And that concludes our video on your guide to cruise ship balcony staterooms. We hope that this answers some of your questions and helps you plan for your next cruise sailing. We sincerely hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and that if you did, that you would consider liking, subscribing, and dropping us a comment down below. What is your favorite balcony stateroom that you've ever stayed in? Until next time, happy cruising.